it's not so easy on the other side.
Yeah, when you're one of those East Coast teams, you love coming out to the Sunshine State. Different challenge for the Bears, having to make that trip multiple occasions.
And we are officially underway. The Bears control the opening tip, and the Bears with their normal starting 5 on the lineup. In fact, they have had the same starting 5 for every game this season except 2. Marta Suarez missed 2 a few weeks ago, but other than that, they've been consistent in that starting lineup.
Well, you love the chemistry and the consistency that's built with that type of continuity, especially as you head into the end of the regular season.
Cal only 52 points scored in South Bend last weekend, so you know that they'd like to find the offensive momentum again. Kayla Williams, no. Batted out of bounds and last touched by the Bears, so it will be Boston College basketball. The Eagles come in here having lost their last 4 road games. They've lost their last 2 overall. And you see the starting lineup for them. We talked about Tiana Todd, and you got to look out for Ivy as well. And Wagner also can hurt you inside. So this BC team, that the record might not indicate how good they're capable of playing. All 5 starters are back from last season's team. And they work it inside, and it rattles home for Daly.
You see the good ball movement, working that ball around the perimeter, and then deep post position inside.
Andrea Daly gets the Eagles the early lead. Onyiah feeding it inside for Suarez, and a little bit too high. And that's going to be a turnover against the Bears, and that is going to be the one thing they need to avoid tonight is turnovers.
It's been a thorn in their side all season long. When they're able to take care of the basketball and get shots on goal, they're usually tough to deal with.
The drive, no finish, but a trip to the free throw line upcoming here for the Boston College Eagles. And there are not a lot of areas on the stat sheet where they're excelling this year, but free throw percentage is one of them. If they can get to the free throw line, that could be a problem for the Bears.
Well, it definitely neutralizes what Cal likes to do, and that's get out and run. But you see early in these first 2 possessions, Daly showing her versatility. First getting deep post position, showing that footwork, and then attacking off the dribble.
Daly, as I talk about how good they are at the free throw line, misses the first. Daly 78% on the season. There you see the numbers for Boston College from the line this season. Daly able to convert the second. She has all 3 of the points in this game. Hard to believe the Bears only have 6 games remaining in the regular season. A chance to get to their 20th win of the year tonight. Meantime, BC, a chance to exceed their win total from a year ago, if they can get a win here tonight. They're working inside for Daly again. Onyiah comes over and gets the block.
Showing that inside presence, not allowing an easy look at the rim.
And then the feed inside, and that was really set up by the great seal job that Onyiah did down low.
Well, great job turning defense into offense. First the block, and then run hard to the front of the rim, converting an easy opportunity.
And then again, Onyiah comes over. I think she's going to get credited with a second block there, Theo. That's 2 blocks already in the first 2+ minutes of this game. Vermeely picks up the dribble and then throws it into the backcourt, and that's going to be another turnover against the Bears.
Well, Bears having a little bit of difficulty taking care of the basketball, but Michelle Onyiah doing her part in terms of getting this Bears team established inside. Great seal, and then the delivery by Vermeely.
Michelle Onyiah averaging 1.3 blocks per game. Ivy off the side of the rim. Loose ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by BC, so the Bears will get it back.
Talk about Kayla Ivy for this Boston College team. Love what she does for this group, really setting the tempo, getting everyone involved. If she can knock down shots, they're going to be in this ballgame.
Williams for Suarez. The feed inside for Onyiah. The Bears fortunate because Wagner was sniffing that one out, nearly came up with a steal.
Fortunate is the word. They're staring down that high-low pass. Got to use ball fakes.
The three ball goes up and over the rim on the attempt by Sidbury.
Michelle Onyiah doing a tremendous job of really bailing her teammates out. When that ball hits her hands, it's not going anywhere, but you'd like to see a ball fake, move that weak side of the defense to create better angles for those post entries.
Yeah, we talked about Michelle at the top, nearly 61% shooting on the season. A career best for her. Twydale puts it on the deck, looking for Onyiah again. Onyiah! And she'll be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line as Sidbury gets called for the foul.
Again, Dave, we just talked about it, but what a luxury for a perimeter player to have your post be able to catch everything that's thrown to her. Michelle Onyiah playing possessed early on in this game, negating some of the turnovers that Cal's had early on.
Well, and it was funny in talking to Coach Burnaby McNamee this morning. She said, yeah, Cal can shoot threes, but we're also really worried about Michelle Onyiah.
And I think if you talk to Sharman Smith as well, they got to find ways to really diversify their offensive attack. We saw the numbers about their shot distribution and their profile. Yes, they can make threes, but when they can get to the free throw line, establish some points in the paint, it makes their offense that much more effective. 4
of their 6 losses, they've been outshot at the free throw line this season. They've given up more free throw attempts than they've taken, so that's a big key for them. They need to win that battle. Baseline drive, and a foul here is going to be called on Suarez. That'll send Wagner to the free throw line.
Boston College thus far playing with good intention on the offensive end, really trying to get the ball inside, and you can do that whether it's through the pass or through dribble penetration. That time, Wagner beating her defender up the tack.
Wagner, a 70% shooter from the line. Senior out of Nashville.
Known primarily as a strong defensive player. She made the all-defensive team in the ACC last season. When she's providing offense for the Eagles, it makes them that much more difficult to defend.
In her second year with BC, she played 1 year at NC State to start her college basketball career. Vermeely, the intended target, knocked into the backcourt, but it was deflected, so no backcourt violation. Looking for Onyiah again, and this time Onyiah's going to get called for the offensive foul. And Wagner did a nice job of setting up for that contact.
We talked about Wagner and her exploits on the defensive side of the ball, making a timely play. Just takes that one square in the chest, and tough call if you're Onyiah, but that's what Wagner does.
Eagles get the 3 away and make the 3. Deanna Todd, by the way, she is on 1,000-point watch as she comes into the game with 972, now 975 in her career. Michelle Onyiah is 2 points away from 1,000 for her career. Corner 3 for Vermeely. And the Bears get their first triple of the night.
Nice look on the skip pass. Vermeely wide open. That's a shot she'll take all day.
Extra pass, and I'm not sure. I think that extra pass might have been short-sighted. I thought she had an open look at a lay-in. She dished it away, but here we go. 3-pointers are starting to fall.
Well, really good offense by Boston College, and you see just the individual talent by Todd. Cal struggling a little bit, trying to get that ball in the post. Find your best 3-point shooter on the other side of the floor. Vermeely gets the first 3 to go for the Bears.
Yeah, I like that skip pass from Suarez. Daly traveled with the basketball, so the Eagles turn it over for the second time tonight.
Good adjustment by Cal on that defensive possession, getting up into the ball handler, making them uncomfortable, causing a turnover.
Cal sitting down Vermeely for a break here as Donez comes on for the first time. They get it to Donez. Nice closeout by the Eagles, denying the 3-point attempt by Twydale. Onyiah kicking it into the corner, and the Bears are going to turn it over again. 5 turnovers already in a little over 5 minutes here against Cal. And it's a 2-point, which is unbelievable to me. She's, I mean, I think she should have 2 right now. I don't know how she is 0, but that's another.
There's the stat sheet, and then there's what you're feeling if you're Boston College. If she's having that type of presence, it really has the same effect.
In any case, the Bears trying to add to this modest lead. Twydale has it deflected out of bounds. It will stay with the Bears with 17 on the shot clock, as Todd got a hand on it.
Both these teams doing a really good job of getting their hands on the basketball. Ball fakes are going to be really important.
Onyiah inside, sitting on 998 career points, and she's going to stay there.
Kind of feels like that Cal bench and coaching staff knows that.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to get that number out of the way early. As a player, were you aware when you were on those kind of milestones? Twydale for 3, can't get it to drop.
Certainly aware coming into the game. When you're approaching a milestone like that, I think once you get into the game, you kind of get lost within the competition, but usually someone on the staff will be there to remind you and get you through that moment.
Wagner over Williams, gets it to roll, and we are tied as we approach the late stages of this opening quarter. Not really the start the Bears were hoping for. Their only loss here in Berkeley this season came against North Carolina. Onyiah inside, kicks it out. The extra pass to Suarez. The open 3 will not fall, and here come the Eagles looking to take the lead. Ivy leads Todd, and she loses the basketball. Williams. Suarez with a rim run and a finish.
Great job by Suarez, continuing to run in that secondary position, converting on the break.
Ivy. Wagner. And mid-range misses everything. The Bears will get it right back.
Good stop for the Bears. Wagner forcing her into a tough 2. Then you see Suarez continuing to run in transition, using that nice right-hand finish, going away from the defense. Soft touch.
You told me before the game tonight that you think Suarez is really the key for this Bears team because she can be a matchup problem for so many other teams.
Yeah, I think on most nights when you come into a game, if you're this Cal group, you look at Suarez as she gets a nice duck in there with a high-low feed from Kayla Williams. I just think she has the opportunity to use her versatility to really create mismatches for this Cal team.
Especially when there's so much focus on Cormili and Twydale and Onyiah inside. Suarez sometimes she might not be the top line on the scouting report, so you could take advantage of that.
Well, to me, she might not be the most accomplished player on this Cal team, but she might be their best player with her ability to shoot the ball, put it on the floor, and then finish inside.
Williams for Twydale. Shot clock down under 10. Twydale keeping the dribble alive. Gets into the paint, puts it off the glass and in. Largest lead of the night for the Cal Bears. Been a great sophomore season for Twydale. Eagles corner 3, and that is a wide open look for Onyiah.
Onyiah taking advantage of a three-point shot created by a paint touch. Boston College running great offense.
Williams. Twydale an open look on the wing and a little bit too strong. And here come the Eagles, chance to get it to 1 or tie it on a triple. They'll feed it inside for Onyiah. And how about the great job on the defense by Abogor coming over to clean things up. And Abogor's had a solid freshman year off the bench, filling in when Onyiah needs a rest. Twydale unable to get the assist for Abogor. But some second chance points for Suarez.
You got to give the entire credit to Abogor on that possession. She got that possession started with her energy and effort on the offensive glass. Suarez finished it up.
And Cal gets a 2-for-1 out of it as well. They'll get the chance to take the final shot of this quarter. Again, a wide open look for Onyiah out of the corner, and she will take advantage. Shooting 33% from out there in the season, but she's only, those are only makes 10 and 11 for the year. Williams, as the quarter's about to expire, a little bit too strong. And this one much tighter than
to mention the Valkyries kicking off their inaugural season this spring.
Tipping off their inaugural season.
Absolutely.
The three by Daly to start the second quarter. No, Jaden Noble unable to come up with the rebound. Body's going to the floor, and the Bears come out of there with it. I don't know why, but that always irks me when people say kicking off when it comes to basketball.
No, you're absolutely right. Got to make sure that everything's aligned properly, but the excitement got the best of me. So many quality and fun events that'll be here in the Bay, so great to see the community lit up.
Yeah, and a great story. Sharman told me last night they had a recruit in town, and they were taking the recruit out to a nice restaurant. And I'm not going to share the restaurant, but they were at a restaurant with a recruit, and Charles Barkley walked in. And Sir Charles chatted them up for a little while and said if the Bears can make the NCAA tournament and especially do well in the NCAA tournament, he's going to give them some flowers.
Well, I would imagine if the schedule's worked out, this is the weekend you'd want to have recruits up on campus.
Yeah, no doubt. Three-point try, no good. The Bears corral the defensive rebound. Cal has done one thing well that BC is usually pretty good at. They've kept them off the offensive glass. The Eagles only have one offensive board so far in this game. Twydale turns it over. It is another turnover for the Bears. That's already 7 in this game.
The BC defense doing the job, turning Cal over and then only allowing them to shoot 1 of 7 from the three-point line thus far.
Ivy for Onyiah. Shot clock down to 7. Samuel able to get around Noble and kisses it off the glass and in.
So Samuel just did a phenomenal job of running through the catch, kind of getting a head start to the rim. Nothing that the Cal defender could do. Easy play for 2.
Suarez between a couple of defenders, looking for Cormili, making another turnover for Cal. We've seen this Bears team hemorrhage turnovers before, Theo. Think back to the Grambling State game early in the year. They had, what, 26 turnovers in that game? They were able to win. That might work against a team like Grambling State, but against the ACC, that could be a problem. Nice job getting it down the court, though, as Twydale finds Noble.
Well, it's been their Achilles heel all season long, and if they can just convert easy opportunities like that last possession, delivering on time and on target, it would really go a long ways for this group.
Daly directing traffic, finally puts it on the deck. Onyiah looking to get it inside. Twydale takes it away.
Lulu Twydale doing a really nice job of three-quartering in the post, fighting around, getting a hand on that basketball.
4 turnovers in the game for the Eagles. Suarez draws the contact, finishes, and has a chance for the and one.
Well, that was such a difficult catch in traffic. The Bears really focused on trying to get that ball inside via the high-low pass. Lulu Twydale shows off a little bit of her accuracy, known as a shooter, but puts that one on the money. You see the strength and ability by Suarez to catch that, hold off a defender, and finish through contact.
Second time for Twydale. The Bears have 7 assists on their 9 makes.
Yeah, and if you're sitting there, if you're Sharman Smith and his coaching staff, you love the way you're sharing the ball, and you're just telling yourself, telling your team, if we just take care of it and get shots on the basket, we can start to maybe extend a lead in this basketball game. Bears going with a 1-3-1 defense, trying to change up the rhythm of the BC offense.
Yeah, they'll throw in that curveball once in a while, but not their norm. And the 3 as a result of it by Todd.
Well, Todd was the recipient of that action, but you love what Kayla Ivy did, just dribble drive to the paint, finding an open shooter.
Cormili. And Cormili draws the contact before the shot attempt.
We talked about the offense that this BC Eagles team has been running, and against the 1-3-1, it's Kayla Ivey breaking the defense down, pitching it back to her best scorer, Todd, able to knock an easy one in from 3.
BC 4 made threes in the game to just 1 for Cal so far. Cormelia out of the corner, and that 3 won't drop. The Bears 1 of 8 from downtown.
Good execution on the baseline out of bounds, but better response by BC, flying to a shooter and coming up with the rebound.
Daly over Cormelia, no, and Onyiah comes up with the rebound.
Well, this BC team is really impressive offensively. They do a good job of trying to find matchups.
Donez trying to get it inside to Onyiah, and the Bears turn it over yet again. Stop me if you've heard that before.
Well, just another instance where the Bears have been staring down the basketball.
The 3 the other way, and the points off turnovers number growing right now for BC. They've got 9 in the game. And the Eagles 8 for 10 shooting in the paint. The 1 of 8 outside, 8 for 10 in the paint. The problem is when they try to get it in the paint, they've been turning it over. But Onyiah that time able to catch and finish. And welcome to the 1,000 career point club, Michelle Onyiah.
Coach Sharman Smith decides to empty out the entire side and make sure that there's nobody there to interrupt that basket by Onyiah, her 1,000th point in her career.
More importantly, Cal goes back in front. The Eagles working inside for Onyiah. And she traveled before she drew the contact. And Michelle Onyiah taking the brunt of that.
Not much time to celebrate her 1,000th point as a Golden Bear. Great delivery off the after timeout play by Lulu Twydale, and Michelle Onyiah have been dominating inside all night long. She's been the focus for this Cal team, trying to establish her in the paint.
And Onyiah trying to get herself collected there after taking some contact on the other end. And they're going to wipe up the floor here. And there you see, since 2020, Michelle Onyiah, the 3rd Bear to reach the 1,000-point marker.
Just a player that's really shown a ton of improvement year over year. This Cal group, love that she's been able to reach that big-time milestone.
And they look for her again, and it's a good decision. Why not keep going? The Eagles have had no answer for that, aside from the Bears when they've turned it over.
Well, BC's going to have to make an adjustment. Really a tough set with no backside help.
Onyiah. Tiana Todd gets tied up by Twydale. And it is Cal basketball.
Cal finding some success offensively. Again, going to that after timeout play where they just empty the side. You see Suarez work her way up to the top of the floor. Whole lot of real estate for Michelle Onyiah to work.
Theo, you've spent a lot of time on some benches. What would you do to take that away if you were BC?
Well, if you're guarding the player, whether it be Suarez or whoever's in that strong side corner, you have to hang back, empty slow, so that they can't make that pass over the top.
Twydale unable to connect. 0 for 4 now from downtown for Lulu. Sid Berry able to just kind of loft it up and in. The lefty floater goes. Eagles hanging tough right now. Suarez cross court for Cormelia. They left her all alone, and that's the problem. You start to focus on the interior. Cal can get you outside.
Well, great job by BC doing exactly that. Emptying slow, providing that crowd for the post, and then Cal converting with the skip pass.
Second 3 tonight for Cormelia. Sid Berry that time cannot get it to go. Onyiah pulls down the rebound. Cormelia looking for another one, can't get that one to drop. And out out of bounds. We'll keep it on this end. So Cremili 2 threes tonight. She's up to 74 for the season. That is the Cal school record for a single season. But Lulu Twadale has 71 on the season. And I asked Charmin at shoot around today, I said, you know, are they talking about that? She's like, oh yeah, they're definitely talking about it. One of them will finish with the all-time school single season record when this season is over, but still 5+ games to go, plus the postseason. Twadale looking for her first of the night, and has her first of the night.
Just a really great job by Kayla Williams, getting 2 feet in the paint, finding a teammate along the three-point line. Twadale, easy catch and shoot.
Njai able to get the shot away, but Onyiah clears the defensive board. Williams takes it right to the rack, gets the floater to go. And Coach Mack wants a timeout over on the Eagles bench as the Bears have rolled off 8 straight points. And it is the largest lead of the game for Cal, sitting here at 34-25, and everybody getting involved right now.
Well, Cal really turning up their aggressiveness offensively. Kayla Williams really at the head of that attack, turning defense into offense. She's been able to push in transition. On the break, Bears clear with the rebound, and on the first possession, she finds a shooter, and then when they got to run to the three-point line, that's easy money for Cremili, but just the awareness. Got space in the lane, easy floater. Kayla Williams really helping to ignite that 8-0 run by the Bears.
And Kayla's bucket, one of the few that hasn't been assisted in this game for the Bears. 11 assists on 14 makes. It's been a great job sharing the basketball.
Well, I think minus the turnovers, you really got to like the shot profile by the Bears. Their three-point looks have been good ones, catch and shoot. Design plays off the after timeout. If they can take care of the basketball, they'll be in good shape.
Looking to add to this 8-0 run. Got to get a stop on defense first. Wagner for Daly. Twadale gets a hand on it. Shot clock is down to 6. Todd from the mid-range, can't get it to go. And last touched by the Eagles. BC still with just 1 offensive rebound in the game.
Well, that was going to be a focal point for the Bears coming in, understanding that this Boston College team really thrives when they're able to get second chance points.
Onyiah throws it up, can't get it to go. That was a nice shot by Sidbury, kind of pestering her, forcing her into not a great shot attempt. And we'll get a travel here by the Eagles, so an unforced error by BC to get it right back to Cal.
Both of these teams doing a lot of switching on the defensive end, causing some confusion, some errant passes. Either team, the first team that settles in and starts to execute, will create some separation.
Cremili, and that's going to be a turnover now against Cal.
I believe the officials got Michelle Onyiah not having her feet set.
Yeah, it was away from the ball, so I didn't see what the call was. Good pickup there, Theo. And the Eagles will get it back here, trying to end a drought. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes.
And if you're Michelle Onyiah, that's not one that you want to pick up, understanding you're trying to get your best shooter, Cremili, open. She doesn't need a lot of space, so just stay set, stay firm, and allow her to work off you.
2 personals on Onyiah, so she'll take a seat. Doesn't want to pick up that third with just a minute to go here in the half. And that's an easy call right there. Wagner, she took off before putting the ball on the deck. So BC helping the Bears out by trading turnovers.
On a couple of these possessions, Cal doing a great job of playing personnel, understanding their tendencies, wanting to get to the rim, providing some space, and the Eagles not sounding their footwork those last couple of possessions.
Yeah, BC, 4 of their 9 turnovers have come in the last 4.5 minutes. Williams off the glass, good. It's a 10-0 run for Cal.
Kayla Williams so timely, taking advantage of the space created after her shooters knocked down a couple shots.
And they got the 2-for-1 again. Todd unable to get it to go, and Suarez pulling down the rebounds. And they're going to call a foul here on Wagner. Eagles not over the limit, so no free throws.
To your point, Dave, that last possession by Kayla Williams, being able to get that 2 for 1, allowing the Bears an opportunity to get the last bucket going into the half.
There's a little time tick off. Kayla finds Twydale, corner 3, and there's a block out of the corner. And that's how this half is going to come to an end. So nice job by the Eagles to come over and get a hand on that. Underway with the second half here in Berkeley. Tiana Todd fairly quiet in that first half, gives it up for Ivy, and we're going to foul on the loose ball, and it's going to go against the Bears. Foul is on Cremili.
Well, on that possession, Wagner doing an excellent job of staying active on the glass. You talked about their lack of second chance points. Well, generating a second possession here coming out of the half.
It's the one thing that Coach Mack has said that is kind of not a silver lining. What would be the opposite of a silver lining? One of the things that she wishes they'd taken more advantage of this season, she said, we've gotten so many offensive rebounds, but our second chance points are not what she would expect it to be.
Yeah, sometimes when you get those opportunities right around the rim, you feel all the bodies around and you just don't take the necessary time to go up strong. And you see Wagner there trying to play through contact, but Onyiah getting the hand on the basketball.
Yeah, Onyiah got away with it because she swiped down, but she did get all ball. Shot clock winding down. Daly gets it for Ivy. She'll hoist the 3 as time expires, and that did not touch the rim, so a shot clock violation, and the Eagles' drought continues.
Well, I'm curious to know, most teams will talk about getting 3 stops in a row as a kill. What happens when you do that consecutively without getting an offensive possession?
Twydale for Suarez. Kayla Williams pulls up and hits the mid-range jumper.
So timely, just with her ability to pick spots, knowing when to facilitate and when to look for her own shot.
6 points on the night for Williams on the other end. 1 and done for the Eagles. Over 4.5 minutes since they've last scored any points. Nice job defensively, getting a hand on the basketball by Wagner. Todd open from straight away. She can't connect, and Onyiah comes up with the defensive rebound.
Well, Cal being on the offensive side of the floor, got to do a much better job of not staring down the basketball, meaning use ball fakes to complete your passes.
Twydale will reset the offense. Gets the high screen from Onyiah, and then the ball. I thought that might have been kicked out of bounds by Todd, but they're going to say last touch by Twydale.
Yeah, the Bears not really getting into their stuff with much tempo and pace. And
oh, no, that went straight off of Lulu's leg. It was kicked, just not by the Eagles. Turnovers by Cal. The only reason this score isn't more lopsided than it is right now. Ivy from Mealy going to the deck, and the Bears come up with the basketball. Williams running the floor, crosses over, and now she'll wait for reinforcements. Onyiah fumbles, but then able to collect it and score.
Well, really great decision, first by Williams and then by Suarez to turn down the shot and find the ceiling Onyiah in front of the rim.
Sidbury calls her own number, rattles in and out. Suarez will bring it up. And now the Bears feeling it as they have locked down the Eagles on the defensive end. And the offense has followed suit. Cremili catch and shoot, no.
Cremili yet to really find her rhythm from beyond the arc, but she's doing the job defensively, getting on the floor, first to the ball, and Kayla Williams pushing in transition. You know she's so tough with her speed, but making a great decision. Pull it out, going good to great. Suarez finds Onyiah for the early rim run.
Eagles working it around. Wagner for Todd. BC's last made bucket was at the 3:48 mark of the second quarter. That corner three won't fall. Onyiah comes up with another rebound. That's her 6th board of the game. Williams. And last touched by the Bears, so it will go right back over to BC.
Really nice job by Sidbury using her size and going vertical, defending Kayla Williams at the rim, making it difficult to try to get a finish.
Nice spin move, a better block by Onyiah, comes over and rejects it, and then BC throws it away. Michelle Onyiah having a game.
Such great timing by Michelle Onyiah, rotating weak side, using the left hand, avoiding the contact. Just great individual defense by Onyiah.
Officially, that's the 2nd block of the game for Onyiah, but I've got a bone to pick with the official score here tonight. I believe I've seen 4 blocks at least.
If you ask the Boston College Eagles, I bet they'd say they'd seen a couple more as well.
They feed it inside. Onyiah, great job sealing and finishing. They've had no answer for her tonight. The Eagles on the other end, and free throws upcoming as they get a chance to finally see if they can get their first points of the second half.
Well, on a night that Michelle Onyiah scored her 1,000th bucket, it feels like she scored 1,000 times in the paint. The way she sealed, and her teammates have found her all night long.
You kind of feel for Savannah Samuel looking at that replay, because it's like, what are you going to do? You can't go for the steal, or she's going to be wide open. But you really get, if she catches that in that post, you're in trouble.
Well, I think this Cal team is starting to identify different ways that they can be effective. You think about as many shooters as they have around the three-point line, they should be able to take advantage of the space, getting the basketball inside.
Cremili taking a seat as she's the one who picked up that foul. That's her 3rd of the game. And BC finally gets their first 2 points of the second half. Putting out a little bit of a press here. Williams will get it across the midcourt line. Suarez gets it back to Kayla. And now Williams will set things up. Rejects the screen from Onyiah, nearly turned it over. And now they do turn it over. Eagles get it ahead to Todd, and she'll take the contact from Kayla Williams. Chance for an and one. And the Eagles with their first made bucket from the field since 3:48 of the second quarter.
Adding insult to injury, Todd able to finish through contact. The Bears almost turn it over, then they turn it over. Kayla Williams does her best to get back in transition. Probably just want to fly by there, but not give Todd an opportunity for a three-point play.
14 turnovers tonight for Cal. And 12 points off those turnovers for the Eagles. Williams, as the Bears are able to break the press. BC still in this game. It's 12 points on a lot of time to go. And especially in it if the Bears continue to turn it over. Tomlinson. And the lefty with the finish. And a great story, Athena Tomlinson. She went to a basketball camp when she was younger and had a chance to meet Kobe Bryant. And Kobe nicknamed her the Shifty Lefty.
Well, you're starting to see the effects of the Eagles picking up full court. The Bears have been scattered in the half court.
Suarez with an answer from downtown. And all is right again as the Bears hit their fourth three of the game.
Big time response by Suarez, pushing this lead back up to 13.
12 in the game for Suarez. Her and Onyiah, the only double-digit scorers in this game so far for either side. Todd unable to connect, and the Bears with an offensive rebound. Tomlinson steps back for three, can't get it, and we're gonna foul as the Eagles come up with the rebound and a right-shin foul, and that's gonna take us to the timeout here in Berkeley.
Well, it's been the Eagles getting their offense going. It's Tomlinson driving baseline, nice fadeaway jumper, and then on the response, Marta Suarez off the feed from Kayla Williams, knocking it in from three.
Nice to see him in the house. I'm gonna guess he's here for some all-star related activities this weekend.
And you never know who you're gonna see around NBA All-Star Weekend.
Out of the timeout, how about the Eagles quickly attacking and getting the bucket? And it's back to a 10-point game. Twydale trying to answer, cannot connect. And the Eagles climbing their way back into this one slowly. Onyiah gets it away for Todd. BC looking for another three. That one won't fall, but the rebound's miscontrolled. We'll get a foul call here going against Cal, and they are over the limit, so it's going to be, that's the first of the game on Lulu.
Despite playing only a handful of minutes thus far in the game, it really feels like Tomlinson for the Eagles has really provided a spark for this BC team, providing energy defensively, scoring it on the offensive end, but just a lot more juice that the Eagles are playing with.
BC 5 of 7 at the free throw line. Unable to connect on that one. And if you're sitting over there right now on the Eagles bench, you got to be feeling pretty good, even though you just missed that free throw. I mean, you've got a chance to get this thing back down to single digits.
Yeah, only down 10, a lot of basketball game left to play. Onyiah knocks in a free throw here. You have an opportunity to set up your pressure that, to this point, Cal hasn't been able to handle successfully.
Suarez back for Williams. And they are able to break the press as Drusuni has checked into the game for the first time tonight. This Eagles defense really has kind of discombobulated the Bears offensively. Shot clock is down to 5. Williams recognizes, fires from deep, and misses everything, and that's going to be a turnover and a shot clock violation against Cal.
Well, just another win for that BC pressure. You think about Cal not really getting into their half-court offense until about 15 on the clock, discombobulated, and then BC do an excellent job of getting deflections, turning them into steals.
16 turnovers and counting for the Bears right now.
Cal team's got to find a way to get themselves organized much quicker offensively and attack BC's pressure with execution.
Todd able to keep the dribble alive. No, Onyiah clears the defensive rebound. 7 boards for her in the game. Bears are fortunate. Twydale didn't really see that ball coming until she turned her head, and it was right there. Suarez underneath. Can't get it to go. Onyiah offensive rebound and a second chance bucket.
Right place, right time for Michelle Onyiah, taking advantage of the space created.
Nice spin move by Onyiah, but unable to get it to go. Williams comes out of there with it. Numbers for the Bears. Twydale made an extra pass. I'm not sure Williams was ready for it. Twydale straight away for 3. That won't fall. And the Eagles a chance to inch even closer. Instead, Cal will take it away. A combined 28 turnovers between the two teams so far tonight.
A helter-skelter stretch right there. Coach Smith wanting her team to get organized and get into some action.
Suarez set the screen and then fires the 3. Can't get it to go. The Eagles with the rebound. Open look for three will rattle in and out, and Kayla Williams comes up with the board. BC just 1 of 7 from downtown in this half, and on the other end, Suarez, more points in the paint for Cal.
Well, the Bears dodged a bullet, allowing a wide open Samuel, missed the three, and then take advantage with the high-low action to Suarez.
Njai hoists the three, that won't fall. And a foul by Michelle Onyiah will send the Eagles back to the free throw line. That's going to be 3 fouls on Onyiah.
Suarez just using her quickness, gets position, but not quite able to finish. Michelle Onyiah just following the play, and then coming back down the floor, Kayla Williams rather, nice left-hand pass, great seal by Suarez. Cal's been dominating inside the paint between Suarez and Michelle Onyiah. They've really dominated the interior.
The points in the paint, I mean, it's been absolutely lopsided tonight in favor of Cal, 32-10, but BC just got Onyiah to pick up her third, so that was what Coach Mack told me this morning at shoot-around. She said, hey, if we can get a little bit of foul trouble for Cal, that gives us a chance, because their top 5 we're worried about. Their bench, we feel like we can find some weaknesses there.
She's spot on, and look at this game right now, only down 11 points. Still with a minute to go in the third, and nearly another Cal turnover. They can find themselves right back into this basketball game. They've run good offense, and then they've turned up their pressure defensively.
BC really hasn't taken advantage, though. They've only made 1 bucket from the field the last 3 minutes. They've had some major power outages in this game. Final minute here of the third. Josuni for Suarez. Suarez will take the shot and get fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
We were talking about it pregame with respect to Marta Suarez, just as good as she is, just her inability to consistently get to the free throw line, and understanding that could be a major weapon for this Cal team. In 10 of 23 games that she's played thus far in the season, she did not attempt a free throw.
And she's good when she gets there, nearly 80% on the year.
And I think for this Cal group, she has the ability to really settle them down, understanding she has the ball in her hands a ton. If she can get to the free throw line, it can help them in some of those possessions offensively.
Suarez 16 in the game. Her season high is 21. Todd slips but was fouled on the way down. So Todd will head to the free throw line.
Tiana Scott's just such a difficult cover, and Jada Noble feeling like she was in good position, showing her hands.
It looked to me like she just kind of slipped. I mean, the feet didn't really even get tangled up. But Jada's going to get called for the whistle. And Todd to the free throw line. 89% on the season. I saw Steph Curry miss a free throw last night.
That was a big one. But another opportunity here for the Eagles to cut into this lead with the clock stopped.
Well, aside from being down 12, the Eagles have the Bears kind of where they want them. They got 2 of the Bears starters on the bench with 3 fouls. Camille and Onyiah both with 3 apiece. And they throw it into the backcourt. I don't believe that was deflected. And so it's over and back, and another turnover against Cal, 17 in the game.
Well, the issue with having a turnover problem, it happened on the road last week for the Bears at Notre Dame, at Louisville. All these teams are going to watch the tape, and until you prove you can solve it, you're going to continue to see it.
Well, and Theo, we heard it at the very first practice we came to this season, that was a point of emphasis for this team. Take care of the basketball. It was a concern for the coaching staff, and it's reared its head tonight. Williams will get fouled in the backcourt. BC with fouls to give here is they've only committed 2 in this quarter.
Yeah, they can be as aggressive as they want to be to close out this quarter, making Cal handle this pressure.
3rd foul of the game, though, on Wagner, so she's going to take a seat. She's the only Eagles player in the game with more than one personal called against her. Williams trying to shake Tomlinson. Tomlinson will reach in, and that's a smart foul by Tomlinson, as the Bears will again have to inbound it with 5.8.
Not the worst thing in the world if you're BC. Essentially run that clock down, and now with a little under 6 seconds left.
Cormili back on here, and Cormili turns it over.
Yes, she was right in front of us. I saw her shuffling her feet.
So these unforced errors really stymieing the Cal effort here. 18 turnovers in the game now. Joshuni comes back on. Cormili checks out, Sherman Smith not wanting her to pick up that fourth. Eagles get it ahead to Daly. Daly, the pass for Njai off the glass and in, and beautifully executed by the Eagles to close out the final stage of the... You can't get away with those kind of turnovers in conference and expect to win. Suarez unable to get it to go, and the rebound by the Eagles. BC trying to get it down into single digits again. Tomlinson from the elbow misfires. Second chance up and good by Wagner.
It was those second chance points that BC is so good at coming into the game tonight.
Kayla Williams trying to take advantage of Tomlinson going to the deck, but unable to get it to go. And it will stay with the Bears. Our game summary talked about the points in the paint, and the assisting has been great for Cal as well. Michelle Onyiah knocking on the door of a double-double, but on the bench right now with 3 personal fouls. Williams splits the defenders, gets to the paint, and they're gonna wipe off the bucket. An offensive foul call going against the Bears. So another turnover by Cal.
Kayla Williams thought she had the step in it. On the replay, it looks like Tomlinson kind of slid in there as Williams was getting into her shot.
I agree with you. The first replay looked like she was moving. The second replay looked like she was there. And the official was more in position with the second replay angle. But the Eagles will give the ball right back. They haven't exactly been careful with the basketball either. That's their 13th turnover.
Well, Cal very fortunate to get that possession right back off the turnover from BC. Both teams needing to take care of the basketball much better.
That's a big turnover by BC, because points there would have gotten it down to a 2-possession game. Twydale finally puts it on the deck. And a whole lot of contact, and they're going to call the whistle, I believe, against the Bears. Wow.
You can just feel the energy start to change in the building right now. BC gets another timely turnover. Forced coming together. You see the ball pressure by Wagner. I'm not sure. I thought Jada Noble was set.
I mean, Jada definitely made her presence felt with the screen, but I don't see anything illegal about that screen. She got to be careful she doesn't pick up a tee.
This Cal team needs to regroup and regain their composure.
Tomlinson for 3. Misfires, offensive rebound. Todd with the second chance try, and she drills the triple, and we have a 2-possession game. And the Eagles keeping the pressure turned up, knocked the ball out of bounds on the inbounds. Todd with 16 points now in the game.
We talked about how well she's been playing coming into this ball game. You can't hold great scores like that down all game long, and when you get second chance opportunities, those are the easiest shots to knock in.
Yeah, most players, their numbers have gone down a little bit when conference play started. Not Todd. Her numbers have gone up since conference play started. Cormili, Bears need it, and they get it.
Such a big response by Cormili. Big-time three with an answer.
Cormili, the career active three-point makes leader right now in all of college basketball. She's got 3 tonight to add to her total, and we'll get a whistle here as the shoe comes off. Wagner with the flat tire. And the foul on Twydale is her second.
Looks like Todd's going to get another opportunity for points at the free throw line. And you think about just how difficult she is to defend. She knocks in a three, and you have to close out that much further, and now she's able to get a step by you.
Todd 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Make it 3 of 4. She came into the game 28 points shy of 1,000 points. And she's 2 points closer now. She got 18 tonight, so she needs 10 for 1,000.
BC playing with a lot of energy in that full court pressure. See if the Bears can handle it and convert offensively.
Bears get it inside to Onyiah, and one for Michelle Onyiah. And look at the reaction for Michelle.
Cal going back to that familiar action out of a timeout, just emptying the backside. Good concentration by Onyiah, gets that one to go. If you're BC, you're gonna have to find a way to figure out how you want to defend that action. Again, someone needs to be slow out the paint, play behind Onyiah and sag off, sitting in her lap. But Cal scored numerous opportunities with that same action.
First foul of the game on Daly as Onyiah finishes off the three-point play. 19 in the game for her.
Great minutes for Athena Tomlinson for BC. She really flipped this game and got the Eagles back in it.
Todd. And that's a great job by Lulu Twydale. She fought around that screen and forced the offensive foul call as a result.
Well, you're exactly right. We've seen that call a number of times tonight. And when you give that type of energy and activity, trying to get into the ball handler, showing your hands, Lulu Twydale getting the benefit of the doubt defensively on that possession.
Yeah, Sidbury reaching out with the hands. And now we'll get bodies tangled up here. It's going to be a travel call, and Suarez holding her ankle, and that's not good. Well, she gives a thumbs up and gets right back up, so I guess that's the good news. Take another look. Ooh.
A lot of contact both ways. Offensively, Suarez trying to create some space as she brought the ball up the floor, but that was a collision near half court.
Well, and they're going to just go ahead and play on, fortunately for the Bears. Three-pointer for Daly, no good. BC 7 of 21 from outside the arc. So they've hit just 2 of their last 11 after hitting 5 of 10 in the first half. Kayla Williams for Onyiah again. This time it will not fall. Tomlinson right back out there for BC. And she loses the handle, so Cal will get the basketball back.
One of the few mistakes by Tomlinson in this game. Love her energy and what she's brought to this Eagles team.
Eagles continuing to try to keep the heat turned up here on the Bears. They break the press. Twydale for Onyiah, and that was easy money for the Bears.
Here, Cal, that's exactly how you're going to have to beat the pressure. It is be ultra aggressive, attacking, putting BC on their heels.
Suarez is going to get called for the foul here, and she's protesting and saying, hey, I had my hand straight up. The problem was she was moving her body, and she got her with the body. Sharman also pleading the case. Second foul of the game on Suarez.
Well, if you're a player in this game, you have to understand that the officials have been consistent to this point in calling that action. Defensively, if you're guarding and you're overly physical, even if you are using your chest, which most staffs will teach, they're calling that a foul in this game, so you got to be able to make the adjustment.
Daly takes advantage, gets the point with the clock moving. But time's starting to be a little bit of a factor here for BC. Still a long ways to go, but the Eagles need to put together a concerted run here with under 6 minutes remaining. And we're going to get another whistle here, a lane violation being called against the Bears. I mean, Cal's doing everything they can to keep the Eagles in the game.
I was just thinking, if you're Coach Smith, I don't know if you love this film or you hate it, given the fact that, you know, coming down the stretch, you want to be playing your best. But as you said, Dave, they've done so many things, so many self-inflicted wounds that are uncharacteristic of a team that's played as well as Cal has played throughout the season.
They've weebled a lot, but they haven't fully wobbled yet tonight. And sometimes you got to win ugly. Cremili might have rushed that a little bit. Tomlinson finds Sid Berry. Sid Berry splashes it home. And BC again within 2 possessions.
Only down 6 points. Cal has not handled this BC pressure well at all. And then if you're Cal, the last thing you want to do offensively is not remain aggressive.
Williams. Eagles got a hand on it. Twydale catch and shoot, no. Onyiah an offensive rebound, and then she'll get called for an offensive foul. And that's a great job by Tomlinson setting up and taking the contact. That's 4 on Onyiah.
It goes from bad to worse for Cal. On the offensive end, just goes right through the defending Tomlinson, takes all of that hit and contact. That's just a big-time winning play by Athena Tomlinson, and we talked so much about her impact that she's made on this game, really gotten this Eagles team back in it with her energy.
And how about this? As Todd comes back on, it's who's staying on. Now Sherman Smith's going to send Jada Noble to the scorer's table, but they're leaving Onyiah on the floor right now with 4 personals. Njai unable to get it to drop. A lot of contact, and the Bears come out of there with the basketball.
Cal and Michelle Onyiah really fortunate on that last possession.
And now we're getting a whistle underneath as Onyiah was being held, and that'll take a conference than the non-conference. That might be true with like the smaller schools when you're playing those paycheck games against the Blue Bloods early, and then you go play your small conference games, but not normally in the ACC. Bears flirt with another turnover. Williams takes the 3. Onyiah was being held. That was the last foul to give for BC, so free throws the rest of the way for both these teams. By the way, this is uncharted waters really for BC. They've played this season 26 games. They've only had 5 games in which the final score has been decided by 9 points or less, Theo.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who performs and handles the pressure down the stretch. The Eagles, who have not been in this position, or Cal, who's feeling like they've really done a lot to get this game away.
Cremili looking for her own shot, and it's a good decision. Cremili was hunting that the whole way and able to deliver big time for Cal.
Luxury to have an experienced scorer like Cremili if you're Cal.
Sid Berry an open look the other way, no. And we'll get a foul call against BC on the loose ball, and they'll call it an Njai.
Back on the other end of the clock, the ability to create a look for yourself. Cremili bailing the Bears out. Gets one to go from beyond the arc.
And that was Cremeli's first 2-point attempt of the game. Jada Noble, after the foul on the loose ball, can't convert the free throw. And the Bears push the lead back to 9. 3 minutes and 50+ seconds away from their 20th win of the season, but it has certainly not been easy. And the Eagles trying to deliver one last run here. A lot of contact, and the whistle finally comes in. Savannah Samuel's going to head to the free throw line.
A really crafty and heady move by Samuel, driving left, just works her right arm up under Jada Noble, defending on that possession and forcing the officials to make a call. The Eagles have an opportunity to cut into this lead again with the clock stop at the free throw line.
Third foul of the game on Noble. Yeah, these will be free throws 18 and 19 for BC tonight. The Bears have only attempted 8. And more importantly, BC gets points with the clock stopped.
And then another opportunity, if this goes down, to once again set up that pressure.
Unable to get it to go, and then Todd is going to get called for the foul on the loose ball. She went up over the back.
Well, huge luxury for this Golden Bear team with 3.5 minutes to play to already be in the bonus. You've got to be able to find ways to use that as a weapon to alleviate some of the pressure that this Eagle team is going to apply.
Jada Noble, free throws 3 and 4 of the game for her. And coming into the night, she'd only attempted 17 all season. One for 2 both times. Todd, right down the heart of the paint. And they're going to call the foul here on BC. The offensive foul. Great job by Cal setting up for it.
Big time job by Jada Noble, recognizing the threat. Todd driving down the lane and sticking her body in there, making a winning play.
Surprised there wasn't more protest on that one from Coach Mack. Closing in on 3 minutes to go here in Berkeley. Cal trying to get it back to a double-digit advantage for Mealy, for Onyiah. And Onyiah collects, but unable to finish. And then the Eagles come away with the basketball. But Cal gets it right back. Great job by Jada Noble. And a timeout taken by Sharman Smith. Well, as I said, Cal Weebling, but they haven't wobbled. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
And you'll have the information for you.
And you'll have the information. You'll also realize how dated that reference is. Cremeli gets tied up. And the foul will send Cremeli to the free throw line here as Cal's got a chance to push this thing back to double digits.
Well, so often in this fourth quarter, Cal, when they've had their offensive possessions, they haven't been aggressive, looking to either score or run their stuff, and it's allowed Boston College to be the ultimate aggressors and really swarm them. Cal has not handled this pressure well at all.
And Cremeli, normally steady at the line, misses the first. Able to drop down the second. You see Cremeli, as I mentioned earlier, #1 in all of women's college basketball for career-made three-pointers and just adding to her total. 10-point margin right now. Sidbury. And we'll get a foul here. I believe they're going to get Noble on the reach-in. Indeed, that is the call. And that's the 4th foul of the game on Noble. Noble is... she's wearing her heart on the sleeve on every call tonight.
Well, it's funny. She's distraught that she picked up the foul, but she'd much rather have it on Jaden Noble than potentially on Michelle Onyiah, providing good support in the gaps, but this Cal team's got to recognize you don't want to put them on the free throw line. You want to try to make them earn it.
How about Jaden Noble? 4 personals in 4 minutes on the floor.
Well, she's brought the physicality and the energy to this game and made her presence felt.
Eagles, meantime, getting to try to close the gap here without the clock running. Some words of encouragement there for Sharman Smith. From Sharman Smith, excuse me. Cal unable to come up with the rebound off the miss, and they complicate it even more with another foul. And that one is going to be on Onyiah, and that's 5. She's done.
Well, it's exactly what the Eagles wanted. The possession prior, they isolate Taya Sidbury, and Jaden Noble picks up the foul, saving Michelle Onyiah, but couldn't quite keep her hands off the play. In that scramble on the offensive rebound, just gets caught up in the mix, and you got to have the discipline and the understanding your importance to this game.
I'll tell you what, that is a huge foul. 9-point game. Todd at the line, chance to close it even more. Still 2:27 to go.
You lose your most consistent offensive player, your force on the interior defensively. 2.5 minutes. As this BC team is cutting into the lead from the free throw line, Cal's going to really have to execute and make plays down the stretch.
21 points and 11 rebounds for Onyiah tonight. Her 7th double-double of the season. On the night she got to 1,000 career points. Meantime, Todd up to 20 for the Eagles, as it's just a 7-point margin. Cal having a tough time getting it across the timeline, and they don't. They turn it over again. 24th turnover of the game. Todd. The swipe down by Twydale knocks it out of bounds, but it will stay with BC.
A really dangerous play if you're Lulu Twydale. You don't want to swipe down on the basketball. Even if you make clean contact, sometimes officials will take the call out of your hands and put the offensive player on the free throw line. So really fortunate that she didn't pick up a foul on that possession.
Tomlinson. They get it to Todd on the baseline, out of bounds, steps back and drills the 3. That's what she does. Another 3 for Todd. She's hit 5 of 6 in the game. They're going to confirm whether or not it was a 3, as the officials talking it over here.
And the review really allowing this BC team to get into the huddle and get their strategy together. But as we take a look at the replay,
looks like the foot's on the line.
That right foot did look like it was still on the line.
I think the other angle, I think they're going to keep it at 2. Indeed, they put it up as a 2. So only a 2. So that's good officiating by this crew. Chuck Gonzalez, the lead official here tonight. And you see right there as you zoom in. I mean, just barely did not get back.
It's going to be a long 2 minutes for this Cal team. How are you going to handle this BC pressure? Where are your outlets? Can you stay aggressive, getting the ball to the rim? And then if you're BC, you got to continue to apply the pressure without putting Cal on the free throw line, because to this point, they haven't proven that they can run good offense.
Well, if you look at this from a BC perspective, right? I mean, you come in here, you really have nothing to lose. You know that Cal's in the midst of a 2-game losing skid, and you know, you're basically coming in with house money. You've got nothing to lose at all coming into Berkeley and trying to get a signature win. For Cal, they got a lot to lose, because coming into this one, Theo, they felt pretty good about their NCAA tournament resume. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't feel good regardless of the outcome here tonight, but this would be a pretty big hit for them to lose this one at home.
Yeah, the motivations are certainly different for each of these teams. And if you're Cal, you haven't been playing your best basketball of late and really wanted this to be an opportunity, getting back on your home floor with 4 of your next 6 to close the regular season, to build some momentum. And BC, coming into this game, you've checked every box. 2-minute game, 5 point, or 2 minutes left in the game, 5 points deficit. you have an opportunity to come in here and steal one. You talked about just what this trip means. Their one opportunity to come out to the West Coast and really get a free swing. They love where they're at in this basketball game.
By the way, I saw Chuck Gonzalez go 2, and I thought the review was done. They're still looking at it. I think the 2 signal that we saw was because he was saying, we're calling it a 2, and now they're reviewing whether or not that call is going to stand. So that's why this is taking so long. So there is still hope. The fact that they are taking so long, Theo, makes me think there's a possibility still they may change this to a 3.
Well, if they have the same angles that we have, I'm not certain that I've seen anything that would overturn the call from 2 to 3. It looks like we're about to get that call here shortly.
And they have confirmed it now as a 2-point shot. So that break, I'm not sure who that break benefits, if that benefits the Eagles, who had some momentum, or maybe gives Cal a chance to kind of collect themselves after Michelle Onyiah fouled out.
If you're BC, I think you've talked about who you want to foul on the floor. If you're Cal, you certainly don't want to put the Splash Sisters on the line. Suarez is a good free throw shooter at right under 80%. Kayla Williams has struggled this year, so a lot of strategy at play in the last 2 minutes.
They get it to Cremili, and the pressure has really bothered Cal, but Noble's fouled in the backcourt. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Tomlinson is her second, and Noble's probably the one you do want to send to the line because she just hasn't really been there that much this year.
Hasn't been there frequently. 2 of 4 tonight and right under 77% on the season. Big make on that one.
This one to make it a 3-possession game, but still nearly 2 minutes remaining, so an eternity left.
Two big free throws by Jada Noble in the clutch.
Huge. Tomlinson over Williams, can't get it to drop. Suarez comes up with the defensive board. That's one adjustment BC did make at halftime, Theo. They only had 1 offensive rebound at halftime. They've had 11 here in the second half.
They picked up their activity both in the half court and the full court and really generated a lot of chaos that they were able to take advantage of.
Suarez. And Suarez, great job getting herself open for that bucket and gets it back to a 3-possession lead. And Cremili clears the rebound ahead to Williams, and the Bears not in any hurry here. They'll let some time tick off. Cremili crosses over and then has the basketball knocked off of her leg and out of bounds.
25th turnover for the Bears in this one. In decent shape to close it out, but gosh, if you're the coaching staff, you're gonna have a lot of teaching points after this game.
I mean, the turnovers have been the
seasons, both of those programs. Super special, great talent on the floor. That's a big win for USC if they're able to come away with it.
Good use of the timeout by Sharman. Not only does she collect her team, but you get to advance the basketball. So the way Cal's been hemorrhaging turnovers, that's a huge plus for Cal. And now BC doesn't look like they're going to foul, but they will turn over the Bears again. Samuel takes it and makes it. And now Cal's going to use another timeout. I mean, Cal is just really, Cremili gets it into Twydale, and we've got a whistle and a foul before the inbounds.
If you're BC, you actually love that. Sending Kayla Williams to the free throw line. She struggled on the season, under 60%, so.
Yeah, and you commit the foul with no time going off. Williams, though, ice in her veins, drills the first. And rattles in the second. Back to a 9-point advantage here for Cal, and now Boston College will use one of its. And we're going to get an offensive foul call here called against BC, as they're going to call Onyiah for tripping, as Cremili was being held up. So Cremili now is going to walk to the other end and shoot some free throws. Actually, player control fouls, so they're not going to, no free throws, but Cal will get the basketball. Suarez being double teamed, in some trouble in the backcourt, and Suarez able to throw it off an eagle to try to reset things.
Well, Cal, if you're Cremili or Twydale, you got to be working back towards the basketball and get that thing in your hands.
You've only got 3 seconds to get it across midcourt here if you're Cal. And Noble's going to throw a touchdown pass caught by Twydale. Twydale being trapped in a reach-in foul here. And Twydale's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line. And if you're a Cal Bears fan, I think you can officially start breathing a little bit easier. But boy, this was not the way you drew this one up when you turned on your TV tonight.
Well, even that last possession, you got the 9 route and a post all on the same play, and Twydale makes a tough catch. But just nothing came easy for the Bears. But coming down the stretch, they've been able to knock in some free throws and, you know, just find some timely opportunities to hold off this feisty Boston College team just enough.
And by the way, in spite of all this, remember what I told you? BC's only played 5 games that have been decided by under 10 points. This is a misnomer, because this potentially is going to fall into that 10 points or more category.
But understand how important ball possession is for them and this team moving forward.
And also got to cut down on some of those silly fouls. Tomlinson throws it off of Kayla Williams, and we'll do it again.
We don't have the luxury of getting back in the huddle, so same play here for BC. See if Cal can recognize what's coming.
Todd gets around Noble and gets it to rattle in. Williams does have to get it across midcourt, and finally does, and that's going to do it. Boy, it was not easy, but the Bears, they get a win, 72-63, and it was decided by 9 or less.